Welcome back to the Schmidt Family Outdoors. Today we are out here on a very, very hot Wisconsin day. Biggest downside to Wisconsin, somehow we get the cold in the winters and all of the heat in the summers. It's only 85, but that feels very hot for us up here. Today, as probably alluded to by the title, we're going to be see, is my barrel shot out? This is my Savage 110 25-06. This was my first ever deer gun. I saved up the money and had an agreement with my dad where if I saved a certain amount, then he would buy this for me. So I worked hard, saved up, and I got my very first deer rifle. So over the years, this has been a very special rifle to me. I didn't take my first deer with it, but I've taken quite a few deer with it. It was the rifle I started to learn to hand load with. And it always used to shoot this stuff really well. This is Hornady Precision Hunter 110 ELDX. It shot that well, and it shot this well, new out of the box. I was not struggling, but I was doing my ammo testing, trying to figure out what would shoot well out of it. And what seemed to shoot the best was the Hornady Precision Hunter and the Federal. Both of those would for sure be under an inch. The best groups with the ELDX Hunter would be ½ inch. And so I shot this rifle a bunch over the years. I've got boxes and boxes of this, empty brass. Shot this rifle a ton. And I came out shooting a couple weeks ago, brought some factory ELDX. And I think after the powder crisis, Hornady started changing their load. And I was trying to group it and I could not get better than like 1.5 inches. And I'm like, man, what is going on? Now, I did some hand load testing with this last summer, but not a terrible lot. I did get a couple groups that were tight and I was happy with, and I had a load that I thought I was really content with this gun. But after the other day, I lost a lot of confidence because I could not hit anything with this gun. And I didn't know what was going on because it's a gun I've spent a lot of time behind. So in light of that, I'm going to put it through the works today. I've got this right here. This is actually a bunch of hand loads I did the other day. Last summer, this is, again, that 110 ELDX bullet, 58 grains of Retumbo. And this was a load that shot really well for me out of this gun last summer. I did change two things. This is now neck size brass instead of full length size, so we'll see if that does any better. And it's Remington 9.5 primers instead of CCI 250s. The other thing I did just for fun, my Weatherby, my 257 Weatherby, has been loving the 115 Burgers. I spent a lot of time behind that gun because it was a gun that was newer to me last year, so all the time I had, I invested into that. I didn't spend a lot of time with this gun. But I had a bunch of bullets, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm just going to try one load. I only got 3 of these, but I'm just going to try them, see what they do, because my Weatherby will not shoot the 110 ELDX and save its life. But it shoots the Burgers really good, but it won't shoot the factory 110, nothing. So I've got that. Next, I have some more hand loads. This is a hand load that these bullets I picked up at a gun show. They're 87 grain Hornadys. I don't know much about them other than they're a varmint bullet, 25 cal. With this load, I think it's 45 grains of Varget and a CCI 200 Magnum primer. These are full length size brass. This load has always shot really, really good out of this gun. It's a very mild load, but it shot really, really good. And it was just something I was kind of dinking with, experimenting with, maybe a coyote load, whatever. So we're gonna try those. What this load is this is full length size brass CCI 250 primers, and this is that 58 grain Retumbo load. So again, same bullet, same seating depth as the other hand loads of Retumbo that I had with the 110 ELDX, but we're changed. Obviously, we're neck sizing now instead of full length sizing, and we've got different primers. So we'll see if this load shoots good or if that load shoots better, and we'll see how that goes. Now, that's for my science-y experimenting, throwing some stuff together in my basement. That's the hand load side of it. I am not the best hand loader. I will admit that, full stop. I'm working on it, trying to get better. But so to save for my inconsistencies, I have these Nosler 115 ballistic tips, factory ammunition. I've never shot these out of this gun, so I'm actually really curious to see what those do. Again, Federal 117s, these traditionally shot really, really good out of this gun. But I had not found this ammo for a long time, and I didn't really look for it because the BC on the bullet is not that good. But again, just shooting for groups today, trying to see, is this barrel any good? And then I have a brand new box of Hornady 110 ELDX Precision Hunters. This is the same stuff that used to shoot really good out of this, but however, I really do think that Hornady changed when they changed lots, they were using a different powder. I have a feeling they were probably using Alliant powder that they're not able to get anymore. So that's probably what it was. I know for a fact they changed primers because they used to all be brass colored and now they're silver. So we'll see. A lot's gone on in the past couple of years, especially since I got this gun. I got this gun pre-COVID. So shoot, I don't even know how many years ago. But a lot's changed in ammunition since then. So we will see what happens. But yeah, we're just going to put it through its paces today, shoot some groups, and hope for the best. So stay tuned. I'll throw the camera down there, and we'll see what we got. Now, it is worth noting this top target's been shot. This is from the other day when I was zeroing. So I'm going to reuse that target, that one, and then we'll have our bottom 6 are clean. Probably going to start top left with the 110 ELDX and see where we go from there. Use that as our baseline. Well, I'm pretty sure that got missed because of this dumb phone, but I don't know which was which. I was hoping to watch back the video. First 3 with the 110 ELDX factory. If that's the third one, might have to shoot it again because that barrel is getting pretty hot in this dang sun. So that's pretty interesting. Those 2 I'm happy with. Not so happy. So we might give that one another shot. We'll see what else shoots. All right, next up, we're going to run our Federal 115s right here. It's been shooting high, so we'll see. Remember, that hole is already there, as you guys will know, but that's for me. So Federal 115s right there. Well, definitely not at all what I was hoping for. I have a group that I saved from that load. Again, Federal could have changed lots too, but I have an old group from that load that was, you know, right in there. I mean, sub an inch for sure. I'm going to give some of these a second chance. We're going to shoot the nozzlers next, probably. Actually, you know what? We're going to give that Federal load a second chance. I got a bunch of it. Letting the barrel cool right now. But we're going to give that Federal load a second chance right here. See what it does. Well, the wind's picking up a little bit, so that's good because this heat is killing me. Just shot probably the best group of the day. Not on film because it's so hot. I have to try to keep the barrel cool, try to keep the phone cool. Terrible day to do this, but it's when I had time, so we'll roll with it. Anyway, the Nozzler 115 ballistic tip should be right around an inch. I'm going to shoot another group with it. The gun's cooling, so we'll shoot that one on film, and hopefully it's at least close to as good. A little low, but pushing that inch mark. That's better. Just for a little bit of a recap, this was our Hornady group, obviously our Federal and our Federal, so that's significantly better. So that gives me hope that the gun's not completely toast. I did forget to mention at the beginning, the barrel was completely 100% clean bare steel at the beginning of this. So we'll see what it looks like at the end if we get any more groups that shoot. Well, obviously still not great. So don't know if it's me or the gun. It seems like, you know, left of the line, about there, left of the line. If you put those ones there, it opens up just a little bit. That one, I don't know what happened. So it's so hot, it's hard to tell, but still feel like with the amount of time I'm giving this rifle to cool, I got a fan on it. Not in love with it so far, so I don't know what's going on. Now we're gonna run some of my old hand loads, full length sized hand loads. See what they do. Well, you probably heard me laugh at the end of that last video. It's because that was my third shot. It's ample time for the barrel to cool. I was really hopeful with that one. Still the best group is that, but that's the same ammo, so I'm not sure if she's still, I don't know if that was me or if the gun's going downhill. I was just thinking about it on the way over here. It is a 6-year-old gun, and I've put a lot of rounds through it in the last 6 years. So is the barrel shot out? I don't know. I'm gonna do 3 more groups, bottom 3 targets, and I'm gonna call it a day because it's so hot. Not actually gonna shoot as much as I want, but I got some hand loads I really want to try. So next step's the 87 grainers. Those things, I've never shot them out of this and not had a, you know, sub 1 inch group. So we'll try those, and then we'll try, I don't know, probably the 110s, same load as that actually, but next sized and different primers. And we'll probably try 2 groups of that and then call it a day. So, yep. Well, that was the load I was really confident in, though I didn't give it much time to cool as I was getting pretty antsy. This was the next size load. Not great. Same load, not next size. Don't know what happened here. Nozzler, Federal, Hornady. So where do we go from here? I don't know, but it is too hot to continue for today, so I'll catch you guys on day 2 of this video. Here we go, part 2. Finally was able to get back out. We're gonna continue testing, see is the 25-06 barrel shot out. What you saw earlier in this video, not a great groups. I haven't measured anything yet. I probably will. Last video, the best group we got was like 1 inch. So very disappointing. Not at all what I'm looking for. We'll see. This is going to be the official test. The problem was the last day, as you saw probably from me sweating, is it is so hot. It was like 90 degrees. It was insane. I don't know what I was doing. It's the only day I had to do it. Today, 10 degrees cooler, cloud cover, so hopefully it's a little bit more nice to the barrel and gives us a better chance at groups, but I don't have insanely high hopes, so we'll see what happens. But getting you guys set up down here right now. Probably gonna start with the Federals. No, I take that back. We're gonna start with the Hornadies. We're gonna give the Hornadies another shot and see what happens with them. So yeah, best of luck to the old 25-06, or otherwise I'm gonna be rebarreling it, and then you guys see that too. We're gonna do the Nozzler 115 grain again. We shot 2 groups of that last time. We're gonna shoot 1 more, see what we can do. Nozzler 115 grain blitz. Well, I would not have expected that. Shot the best last time, shot the worst this time so far. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that was me or the ammo or what, but we're gonna try the Federal next. All right, Federal 117s right here. All I have to say about those results is inconclusive. That one I felt like I pulled. So 1, 2, felt like I pulled it. So came back and shot, just ignored that one, right? So I knew I pulled it. So I went, okay, that's 2, well, I'm gonna shoot again. Well, that was technically 3, but that one I felt better about the squeeze. Well, then this would have been the 3rd shot of a 3-shot group, ignoring that one because I knew I pulled it. I'm like, that's just not good, but maybe I pulled that one too. So I went and loaded up another one and ended up there. So all I have to say about that is inconclusive. I have no idea why, or if it's shooting good, if it's me, I don't know. But we're gonna move on down to some hand loads. I got 87 grain Hornady soft points next, flat tail soft points with some Varga. They're very mild load, but kind of my coyote load. I'm just really, again, we're looking to see, does this gun still shoot groups? Kind of. I don't know. It's not what it used to be. Is it me? Is it the gun? We're gonna find out. Well, it looks as though my barrel shot out theory may be very, very wrong. That is a group that has been known to shoot well out of that rifle, or load, excuse me, that has been known to shoot well out of that rifle in the past, and there it is again. I'm feeling more and more like these are me. So, looks like I need to spend more time behind the gun before I go blaming it, possibly, but we'll see. We're gonna go back there now. I'm gonna shoot 2 groups with some neck size hand loads that I shot last time, but hopefully this time it's a little better. And then I got a new bullet to try out of the gun that I haven't tried before too. So, and then we'll probably give the Hornady factory ammo another shot too. I don't know, but that group's been like that every time. 2 right in there, a flyer. You know, that's how the Hornady stuff's been shooting. All right, this was the 87 grain Hornady you just saw that shot super well. Happy with that load. Varget is just a phenomenal powder. Seems like you can get that stuff to shooting anything. Up next is our next size 58 grains Rotumbo, next size brass, Remington Magnum primer. So this is a load that I shot a little bit last time. Don't know how good it really did. Nothing impressive. Last summer I had this load shooting good, but it was not next size and it was a different primer. Give this one a fair shake of it today. Hopefully I can keep it together, because apparently I have not been shooting that great, as you saw. So some of it's probably me, some of it's the gun, but who knows. Well, here's what we found. Again, recap: Hornady, Nosler. Not a fair shake on the Nosler, I'll give it that. Nosler definitely did better. It's between the Nosler and the Hornady for what shot the best factory-wise. Also probably not a fair shake on the Federal. This load I knew was good, but it's not a deer load. Just disappointment right there. Don't know what else to say about it. If it cools off enough here, I might give it a second crack, but it is raining right now. Shot 2 more groups real quick at the end. This was the first mess. That's acceptable, almost. Probably just over an inch. Getting there. 58 grains next size. This was with the 115 Burgers. 2 decent, pulled that shot. So yeah, at the end of the day, this is our result. So this kind of brings us to the what did I learn? Is my barrel shot out? Answer, probably not. I probably need to spend a little bit more time behind the gun and shooting more groups. I haven't done a lot of that lately. I've been shooting pistol, I've been shooting my bow, I've been shooting ARs and more of a run and gun type way, I guess. Training scenarios, definitely not precision shooting. I did come out and do some long range shooting and I had some success, but I was struggling a lot with this particular gun. Probably partially because the Hornady stuff didn't shoot as good as it used to shoot. Probably partially the gun. I'm sure that it is wore down. I'm sure it does not shoot. You know, if you were to lock it in a vise and have a perfect trigger squeeze every single time and you could record that data, I'm sure it would not shoot as good today as it did, you know, after its barrel break-in period, you know, 5 years ago, you know, 5.5 years ago. So with that being the case, will I rebarrel it? Maybe. I really want a 9-twist 25-06 or a 9-twist 25 cal, but I might wait until the Weatherby needs to be rebarreled for that. The other thing I really want is 7 backcountry or 280 AI. Kind of dancing in between. I don't know. They're really great cartridges, both of them. But yeah, so at the end of the day, is my barrel shot out? No, I did find some success in groups, but I'm still probably going to look into rebarreling it. So stay tuned to see that here at Schmidt Family Outdoors, and everybody stay blessed.